So this is going to be a bit of a throwback review of the Transformers Legends Thrilling 30 Deluxe Class LG11 Chromia by Takara Tomy. Now back in the day, I think this was released, I don't know, 2014. If it's 30 years, probably 2013, 2014. Hasbro and Takara Tomy did things differently. They would do the same mold, but Takara Tomy would have a slightly more stylized paint application or paint design, color scheme for their figures, which actually turned out a lot better, in my opinion, than the Hasbro version. So I believe I've not done a review of this figure. I've tried to check my videos from FX Trans and Chefatron YouTube channels, and I don't think I've reviewed this figure. I know I've reviewed the Hasbro Thrilling 30 IDW Deluxe Class Chromia. The Hasbro version, I'm pretty sure I did a review of that, but somehow, for some weird reason, I never found any reason to review the Takara Tomy version, which is weird. Been trying to get this figure for the longest time, been putting it off, and finally now I have it. Man, am I glad to actually have this figure. Let's get her out of packaging.
Hold it, Ironhide. Ladies first. Cowardly as ever.
And here is the Legends Deluxe Class Chromia out of the box, and I'd forgotten how amazing this figure looks. Now, it's obviously different colors, different paint apps from the Hasbro release, the IDW version. I no longer have that figure. In fact, I've already sold off almost all, I think all my Chromia figures. This is the only Chromia figure I have now in my collection. Interesting to note that this figure has a blaster that is blast effect compatible, or sort of. The Siege blast effect, particularly this one, fits on the barrel of her gun, which is actually pretty interesting. She does not come with that blast effect though. The colors look amazing. The sculpt to this day still looks amazing. Let's take a closer look at the details of this Transformers Legends Deluxe Class Chromia by Takara Tomy. Head to toe, the figure stands at about 13 centimeters tall, or about 5 1/8 inches tall. For comparisons, here she is with her bow, Ironhide. This is the Studio Series 86 Voyager class Ironhide. And years ago, if I'd done a review of this one, this would not be possible to compare them together. I would have compared her with, I don't know, maybe the Siege Ironhide or the Henkei Ironhide, but they scale very well together. Here she is with fellow Thrilling 30 Legends Fembot Wavemate RC, still one of the best, if not the best generations RC figure we have, and this new Chromia is looking to be the same. I think looking to be the best Chromia for the generations line we've had. And finally, here she is with the mold where this figure was based off of. We have the Transformers Prime robots in disguise, Deluxe Class RC. This is the second version of the Transformers Prime Deluxe Class RC, probably the better one. And yeah, you can see the similarities between the two figures. The torso, a bit of the chest, the abdomen, the abs, and the pelvis, the waist piece. Very much identical with each other. The hips, ball joints on the hips, the thighs, the legs, somewhat identical. They've remolded a bit of the calf right here to remove these pegs and make it thicker. But the feet do look the same. Knees are the same. And the rear end, they've changed much of the molding, but the engineering for this figure remains very much similar to this RC figure. Oh, they solidified that thigh, which was previously hollow with this one. And the plastic, I think, albeit similar, I think this feels a little bit more premium. You know, I mean, back in the day, Hasbro really used a lot of premium plastic. They didn't really cut corners, and they didn't cheapen out their figures back in the day. Let's talk about details of the figure. She does come with her blaster. It's a shame she just comes with one blaster, pistol or blaster. Would be nice if she had like a long rifle to go with her. The colors on this thing is absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous. You get, they look like fondant, like purple and white fondant with some blueberry icing or something like that. Some metallic hues here and there, looking really, really good. There's a bit of back kibble, that's understandable. She is a Cybertronian motorcycle, you gotta put the kibble somewhere, but it does compress very nicely on her back. You get some really nice sculpting on the figure. Just a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. Not sure if you can see the light piping on this one. Yeah, there's a little bit of light piping, albeit not that great, but there is, it's present. You get an Autobot faction right there on her chest, some really nice highlights. Spot on premium plastic. I love the metallic paint apps here and there. You got some periwinkle finishes here and there. Articulation for the figure. The neck is on a ball joint at the base of the neck. There is no waist or torso articulation, unfortunately, mainly due to the transformation. Shoulders are on ball joints. You get a little bit of a hinge right here because of the transformation. It goes up and down. There's no bicep swivel, but the elbow is on a ball joint. Wrists are on ball joints. The hips are on ball joints. You get a good range of motion for the legs. You can kick forward and backward, do the splits. You got a thigh swivel, hinge knees, and the feet, unfortunately, they don't do much. They don't go up and down or have any rocker tilts. The rocker joints for the ankles weren't a staple back in the day, but nevertheless, this amount of articulation for a deluxe class figure, you can get her in a lot of great poses. Transformation, you want to set the weapon off to the side. You want to do the legs first. You want to open up and unfold these wheel halves, and then you want to fold the toes or the feet downward. Then you want to just bend that midsection of the torso. And then you want to get her into sort of like a fetal position. Go ahead and fold the legs up like this. You want to combine these wheel halves. Just stick together like that. And then as you compress her legs into a fetal position, the neck and the top part of the torso, the whole neck and head assembly, they fold down into the chest. And the backpack, you want to go ahead and unfold. This piece right here is going to fold all the way up in front, just to cover the head. I'm going to rotate the wheel, I guess like this. Compress that there, up and underneath the canopy of the vehicle. The arms, they're just going to stay right here onto the sides. You want to fold them and stick them as close to the torso as possible. And this rear piece right here is going to cover up the forearms and the arms and sort of like tuck them underneath this piece right here. And then the canopy just locks everything in place. And then these pieces right here, they're going to lock the legs and just complete the whole motorcycle. And kickstands right here. And there you go. There is Chromia in her Cybertronian motorcycle alt mode, kind of giving me Tron vibes. Like, this could be like a self-driving motorcycle in the future, you know. The weapon, you can obviously just plug it here, but we'll take that off for now. So yeah, kickstand right there. Very, very cool looking Cybertronian bike. It rolls very nicely. Like I said, Tron vibes. And for comparisons in vehicle mode, here is the Transformers Prime RID Deluxe RC once again. And here is the Legacy Animated Universe Prowl, which is incidentally is the same mold that they used for the Legacy United Chromia. So you can just reimagine this in bluish purple. That's what the new Chromia would look like. And no, I still think this is the better version of Chromia. The lines are just better. It's more streamlined. Gives it a more feminine look, even in bike mode. This has got to be my favorite Chromia mold to this day. And so some final thoughts on this Transformers Legends Deluxe Class Chromia. Well, I think this is still the best Generations Chromia we've had from Hasbro and Takara Tomy. We've had several repaints. Chromia has always been a repaint or retool of some previous mold. Kind of wish they'd give her just her own mold, much like what they've done with RC. But regardless of all these retools, this is probably the best one we've gotten. I still don't have the Legacy United Chromia. I just think that one's just a lazy retool of the animated universe Prowl. I think this is the closest one we have to a very, very good looking Cybertronian version of the character. I thought the mold was really, really nice. It stems from a really good original base mold. I thought the alt mode was pretty good. The paint apps, quality of plastic, articulation, overall engineering of this figure was really spot on. The figure gets a 9.5 out of 10. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Transformers Legends Thrilling 30 Deluxe Class Chromia by Takara Tomy. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.